Hello, welcome to Satisfactory 1.1. I'm your host Kraznock. Today we are going to do a best start video. We are going to skip the onboarding process, start the game at Tier 1. We are going to disable the events because the Fixmas event is still going. Apply. Kraznock, best start, not getting off to the best. Here we go.
By opting out of Fixmas, you have just made one of the best decisions of your life and spared us both further suffering. I have noted your cooperation and willingness to prioritize Fix-It and kittens and puppies over yourself. You are now eligible for the Fix-It Forgiveness Program, where I will forgive 5 of your future mistakes.
Thank you, Ada.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fix-It to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
All right, we are in the Rocky Desert. We are going to equip our zapper. Right, going to crouch, hit, and C. We're going to sneak up here to this plant. Going to harvest that Mercer sphere. Plants will not attack you if you crouch on your approach. Here we go. Zap pressure here. And we got a hatch.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Preserve the remains for later study.
Thank you, Ada.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application. Store it for later use.
Right, we got a crash site up here. We're gonna attempt to harvest this crash site. It is surrounded by alien creatures that are going to attack us. Running in a circle works best. They like to run in a circle. You don't want them to hit you head on, get hurt like that.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Thank you, Ada. We're collecting wood and grass as we go. Some parts laying here. We're going to pick these parts up. It's crash site. Going to hit F. Unfortunately, we're able to pick those up. Rotors. Open this up. Hard drive.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for future analysis, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
Thank you, Ada. Right, I'm gonna keep heading south.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it, does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use.
Thank you, Ada. Gonna eliminate this spur. So we can place a miner. Have materials. Open production. Level 1 miner. Set a smelter. Hold control. It'll help line it up. Set a constructor. Set it. Let's see, hold on 1 second. Smelter goes to copper ingots. Go ahead and load our copper in the smelter. Turn this into wire. Connect these by, if you look down in your action bar, you'll see number 2. We're going to connect this. It drops a pole, power pole. Connect these. Run this over here to our pure iron deposit. Crouch and sneak up on our plant. This way you don't take any damage. Crouch in there. Zap them and pick it up. Harvest this spur and set a mine. Alright, we're gonna place this miner right over here. Go to smelter. Hit control, line it up. Alright, it's been a bit cantankerous. Sometimes it works better to do it from the air. Set this to iron. Go ahead and put our ore in there. Set a constructor. We're going to go with rods first out of the gate. Connect this to power pole. Temporarily, we're going to set our hub. Missing ore. Well, that's what happens when you get ahead of yourself. We have our ore. All right. Now we'll set our hub. It's going to be a temporary placement while we work through a few milestones. Connect our hub to power. Some biomass burners back here. They can burn wood and they can burn leaves. However, we're going to come up here to our workbench. Go down here to biomass, turn our leaves into biomass. It burns much more slow, lasts a lot longer, provides more electricity in our biomass burners than the leaves or the wood. Take a stack of 200. Got a toolbox right here. We're going to place some of our extra materials in. Things that we picked up from the crash site that we don't quite need just yet. Put our biomass in our biomass burners. So as you can see here, we got a capacity of 40 megawatts, and right now we are consuming 22 with a max construction 26. As long as we don't go beyond 40, we won't blow a fuse. You can see our copper ore is coming into the smelter, making copper ingots. Copper ingots coming into the constructor, making copper wire. Back to our hub. Click on the hub terminal. And here you see we have milestones. We have tiers. We skipped the first tier. If you haven't ever done this before, it's worth doing, but once you've done it once, it's better to get straight to it. Go to tier 1, milestone logistics. This will give us splitters and mergers and lifts. These are the materials we need to satisfy that milestone. We're going to select that milestone. Now it's waiting for materials. We're letting our constructors make rods and wire. Run around here to a limestone node. Right on top of that rock. Collect some food. Gotta wait till we research the mound. Ada won't be upset with us eating this. Jump up here on top of this rock. Hello, alien creature. Bye, alien creature. Harvest the spur so we can set a miner. Power pole. Production miner. Turn this over to place constructor. Repair on this miner. Makes it easier to set these constructors sometimes. Line them up. Okay. Go ahead and set program concrete. Put limestone in here. Gotta connect this to power. Alright. set container, storage container, organization, storage container. Alright, it's bad placement. Get up here on top. It's often easier to place these items from on top. Try to give it a little distance here. The belt will connect. Alright, there goes concrete. Alright, let's come down and see if we got enough rods and wire to satisfy our milestone. Over 300. Check on our iron rods. See if we have 150. We do not. That gives us 150. We're going to switch this to plate now. All right, what we're going to do to speed things along is a little trick. Place special, place a workbench. It's right on top of it. Put yourself at a slight angle here. Start mining. All right, we're going to come from this way. Sneak over. Well, all right, now we're going to open the workbench. And we're going to craft and mine at the same time. This will be a good time to get a soft drink, use the restroom, make a sandwich. Come back and have iron ore and iron ingots. We're going to sneak up here and just turn that ore into ingots. Then we're going to turn the ingots into iron plate. Now we can satisfy our milestone. All right. Waiting for full materials. So we're going to hit control, click on the plate, click on the rod, click on the wire. We're going to send our first launch.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in, visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out, feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Thank you, Ada. Now we're going to get our base building milestone. You'll notice we have 3 minutes, 6 seconds until our pod returns. And we will get into this milestone on our next episode. Thanks for watching. I am Kraznock, your host. We'll see you next time.